had not a very good childhood. I had a lot of childhood trauma. I was adopted at the age of 3 months. I've never really felt the feeling of home, that sense of belonging and feeling loved. I would overachieve with everything, try to be the best at everything, thinking that was going to attain love from my adoptive family. And then meeting my husband-to-be, I went into probably that relationship the same way. From the age of 14, I started running away from home, and I was actually kicked out by my ex-husband and my children due to my mental health. We were in severe financial hardship because of losing a business and apparently to do with my mental health. I found myself homeless, sitting in Merriweather car park, not knowing where to go. But that was when I'd had Salvation Army involved. I did everything I could. I was researching online and I found Moneycare and I was introduced to Heather.
So Moneycare is the financial counselling service of the Salvation Army. She reached out to me. She had a lot of debt that she didn't know what to do with. I helped Cameron deal with her debts, so I was able to contact the creditors on her behalf because at that stage she wasn't able to do that. She would come in, we'd do her budget, look at her financial situation, and then we went through the options to see what would help her best. But she also needed other services like to get her tax sorted, some mental health situations. We have a beautiful caseworker that I referred her to as well. So we were able to refer her inside the organisation and outside the organisation.
I'd never heard financial abuse, and it was with that I think Heather could feel my ease, and from there it was like she just held me step by step in getting my finances back in order. She was just such a calming stature for me. Heather just made me feel okay.
When she first came to see me, she was very anxious, very nervous, very scared. And now there's been such a huge transformation. She's just very, very inspirational.
Coming from a world of paranoia and feeling hopeless and to then be comforted, it was just such a feeling of non-judgment. They were just like guardian angels. And that's what the Salvos did. All my life, I've been put down. I think they built my self-esteem by encouraging me. They just gave me that feeling of peace, and I think that helped me in enacting being positive and being genuine. It wasn't me putting a cover or a facade anymore. The biggest thing was learning that God is love. He shows me unconditional love. I look at my life as blessings now. I'd be, down in the battles, whereas now I kind of look at them as blessings because it's in the battles where you fully have to trust him, and when it gets too much, I honestly give it to God, and he still loves me. He shows me so much love. I have fought hard, but the encouragement that I got from Salvation Army has really helped me in even just being here. They allowed me to do it on my own terms. They didn't make me feel like a glitch. To any woman that feels trapped in their situation, from my heart to yours, don't feel ashamed. Reach out.